Hi, hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Unacademy UPSC Articulate YouTube channel. So, yes, how are you all? Hope everything is fine and everyone is safe. So, we are here with another important topic on this fundamentals or basics of economy in just 30 minutes ka series, wherein we'll have a quick concept bite followed by a proper interlinking of them with the current affairs and also the previous year questions or the mock questions related to the topic of discussions. Okay, so today if you see, we'll be doing part 2 of yesterday's topic, which is none other than inflation. So now in today's class, we'll be exclusively focusing on what are the effects of inflation in a simplified manner. That is, because of the so-called consistent or a persistent rise in general price level, how are the different sectors or let's say segments of economy has been affected. So in a quick and short and crisp manner, let's have a look into what are the effects of inflation in today's class. So before that, as you all know, I am also one of the Unacademy's top plus faculty, handling a lot of batch courses and on economy, current affairs and MCQs. So this is a schedule of my free class and plus class for the month of June. You can just go through 6 to 7 p.m. We have a top 1000 MCQ series. It's an exam oriented hit list UPSC level questions discussion series, and also 7 to 7:30 on a daily basis. In this YouTube channel, we'll have this fundamentals of economy going on. Clear? And as far as the plus course batch is concerned, I'm currently doing the NCERT economy chapter wise discussion. It will get over tomorrow, and on July 14th we'll have a fresh batch of NCERT starting once again for all the newcomers who have enrolled from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning. And June 15th, that is next this coming Tuesday, Prelim Sampurna 1200 MCQs and current affairs. It's actually 1 year current affairs. We'll be discussing month-wise, guys, exam-oriented hit list topics with a crystal clear explanation. So there is no need for you to get back to any monthly compilations or textbooks for revising your current affairs, guys, because we are doing it from the UPSC level perspective, prelims perspective. Take care. So to avail the benefits of free and plus class from Unacademy, guys, below the description box of this particular video, you will be having my Unacademy profiling. Click on that and follow me via that. So, and also you can see 6 p.m. free class under the heading called a special class, and you can see a few batch courses like this. Free or plus, that is a paid class. Just apply the code Nisha IAS Live to attend my live class and to become a civil service or IAS officer. So come and start your preparation with me, which is Nisha IAS Live. Okay, so don't forget to get discount of up to 10% from the plus amount, and also for the free class to download the PDFs and all, you can use this code. These are the details of the subscription. I'll let you know regarding this towards the end. Okay, so now back to the discussion, guys. So before that, for PDFs and all, Nisha Najumuddin at Unacademy, or for UPSC, that is the Telegram channel name. You can just Google it. Now, here we go, the effects of inflation. So don't you think so it's quite important for us to know what are the effects or impact of inflation? Let's say, for example, one segment of economy, they'll be benefited because of price rise, whereas another section or players or segment will be impacted in a negative way. So let's have a quick look into the effects of inflation on different players or segments of economy, guys. So now, the very first one talks about production. How does the so-called inflation or a persistent rise in general price level is having an effect on what? The production purpose. So now, talking about production, I can say such kind of price rise, we can't completely say they will increase production or decrease production. It is in a kind of situational perspective wherein they may or may not result in increase in what? Production. There are two conditions. That is, as long as the economy is not reaching the full employment stage. Now, till then I can tell, okay, the price rise or inflation, it has a favorable effect on what? Production. Usually when the price level increases, what happened? The producer. If I am producer, guys, I am able to get a better profit for the commodity that I am producing, right? Because the consumers are buying those products from me at a higher price. Automatically my profit increases. That is one scenario. Second scenario is that during inflation, all these businessmen, when there is a price rise, what they will do? They'll start increasing the price of their products as such, because they have to pay a load of prices, or let's say money, for purchasing the raw materials, for paying the laborers and all. The cost push inflation, which I taught you in yesterday's class, you can just go through. Clear? Now, for example, if the inflation in an economy is of a cost push type, then the inflationary situation usually will lead to what? A fall in the production. So this is one such situation which lead to what? Fall in the production because of inflation. And now, for example, if the wages that is that you give to laborers and the production cost, like buying raw materials, paying for electricity, or paying rent for land and all, if supposing that is increasing rapidly like anything, then this will have a favorable effect of inflation. That is, the producer will start including these high prices in the final price of the product, which is ultimately passed on to the consumers. And this so-called favorable effect of inflation for the producers will not last long, because that is very dangerous, right? When there is too much of price rise, what happened? Too much of money will start chasing too few goods. At the end of the day, money supply will slowly decrease. Now the Reserve Bank of our country, India, right, the RBI, they'll come with lot of tools and techniques to control the inflation. Clear? And similarly, vice versa also. When there is no money, they will induce inflation and they will ensure that the economy is functioning properly. Now, if you see, the next important effects of inflation, we are going to study from the concept of distribution of wealth, guys. Now, usually during inflation or price rise, most people, you and me and all, we can see that we experience what? A rise in our income level. Now, some people, they'll be at the benefit, whereas some will not be benefited, because sellers are able to sell their goods at a higher rate. So now they are able to earn a profit. What about the customers, guys? We are feeling the pinch of paying the higher prices. So now for us, we are not in a gain. So that is why it is said that in the context of distribution of wealth, depending on the scenarios or situation, some people benefit, some people doesn't benefit. Clear? Now, let's quickly have a look into the effects of inflation on different categories of people. Point number one, let's have a look into the lenders. What about lenders, my young officers? If you see, lenders are called as creditors. In one line, I can tell you that lenders or creditors, they will lose money during inflation. Why? Because the money value is decreasing when money gets repaid. Let's say, for example, the creditors. That is, I'm giving some money to you people. Okay. Now, when I gave money, the rate of inflation was different. But now, when they have been repaid back sometimes, the rate will be less. So, automatically, creditors actually lose because the money value reduced when they are repaying after 1 year or let's say 1 month. You got the point. What about borrowers? So, if this is the case of lenders or creditors, what could be the effect of borrowers, guys, with regard to inflation? The borrowers or debtors, they actually gain during inflation. It is the ulta, because when you borrow, for example, you're borrowing today, take care. You're borrowing at one particular rate and the inflation was, let's say, 3%. And when you're repaying it back, what happened? The money value is reducing. So, automatically, you are at a benefit with regard to interest rate or whatever it is. So, when creditors are losing, the borrowers are gaining during what? The inflation. And now, what about industries, guys? If you see, industries, they gain because there will be huge demand if the demand pull inflation is there. So, now, the next important effect of inflation which you should keep in mind is with regard to the bond and debenture holders. Now, these people, they earn a fixed income on the investment. So, therefore, when there is inflation or let's say a price rise, what happened? They start suffering a reduction in their real income. Clear? Even the people who are beneficiaries of the various life insurance programs, they also suffer badly because the real value of the savings starts decreasing or deteriorating. Clear? What about debtors and creditors? I told you. Creditors will lose and debtors will gain during what? Inflation. Simple as that. Just keep that so-called one line in your mind. That is enough. Take care. And in other terms, I can tell you, a borrower, the one who is borrowing money, receives dear rupees, but pay back what? Cheap rupees. Simple as that. Now, what about investors, guys? What do you think? What could be the effect of inflation on investors now during inflation? Okay, all these investors or these business people, they have a very good opportunity because they can earn a better profit. So now, let's say, for example, a person is investing in shares during the inflation or price rise. Automatically, what happened? He or she tends to benefit out of it. Now, because of that, the business person will start earning higher profit. And now what will they do? Whatever profit they earn, they'll start distributing the profit among the investors and the shareholders. So automatically, investors will earn now. They are earning in terms of what? Inflations. Clear? That is, in the context of investment, there are two situations. One is in the context of shareholders and investors' perspective. Second is, investment will increase because industries have to cater to the demand of what? More and more people. For that, they have to start increasing the production facilities. Clear? And if you see, even the loans become cheaper, you know that. To start a business or start a production, you need money. So you go to a bank to get a loan and all. Even loans become cheaper during inflation, I can tell you. Because there will be too much of money supply in the economy. When too much money supply is there, what happened? Automatically, price will come down. And thus, many industries will borrow and try to invest in machines, land, labor, which is required for the production to carry forward, to give them better returns in future. Now, What about on salaried people and wage earners, guys, during inflation or let's say price rise? What happens if you see? Let's say, for example, a government employee or a person employed in a formal or informal sector who is having a fixed or regular income. They face a lot of damage during the price rise or inflation. Why? Because the rate of increase in wages is always behind the rate of increase in prices. Simple logic. When the price of the essential items, let's say the price of 1 kg of tomato is increasing from 30 rupees to 60 or 70 rupees. Now your wages are also increasing. There is no point. There is no faida or profit. Why? Why? You tell me why? Simple. The price is increasing, so even if your wage is increasing also, you are converting that to buy for buying those products which is having a high price. Simple logic. So they are at a load of the damage, right? And thus the purchasing power of people, the real purchasing capacity of people earning a fixed income now regularly, that drops down during inflation. Whereas people earning flexible income, which is not regular, they start tending to gain a lot during such kind of inflationary periods. Clear? That is the difference of salaried people and wage earners. Salaried means it is fixed, nothing can be done. Whereas wage earners, they may increase, they may even get a better hike in the wages. That is the whole point. Now, what about profit earners, speculators and black marketers, guys? What do you think during inflation for these category of people? During inflation, the profit earners, they will increase. That is, they will gain more. And business will also increase what the price of their products and start reaping better profits. What about speculators? Do they earn or do they lose? Definitely they are on the positive perspective. They gain by inflation because the factors of production, the price of them, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, that will also increase. The price of land, the price they have to pay for wages, the interest rate for capital increase, the profit will increase, सब कुछ like that. So speculators are gaining. What about black marketers? We all know that inflation, definitely they'll gain because the price of the products increase with the time period. Clear? What about consumption? When there is too much of price rise, will you buy a commodity? You will buy. Let's say, for example, when the price of onions was 20 rupees per kg or 30 rupees per kg, you may buy 1 kg or 2 kg and stock it. What if it becomes 100 rupees per kg, which you experienced in the previous year COVID-19 pandemic because of lack of supply? Your demand will fall. So when there is a rise in price rise, automatically it lead to what? A fall in demand for goods and service. So due to which the production will also be decreased or curtailed. Thus, this so-called inflation with regard to consumption, I can tell you that it leads to reallocation of resources. And sometimes if you see a very few goods, they may experience a price rise as such. And if you see in some other perspective, the investment from other sectors, they may even start shifting toward the other sector. So kind of, it's having a bad impact on inflation. Clear? Now, you may say that chalo, we have the packed food items. In the case of perishable good like your vegetables, milk, meat, fish, all these things, it is applicable. What about packed items? See, something is coming in a container form for you. Let's say the case of Maggi. The price of one Maggi packet you can get for 10 rupees, 12 rupees, 24 rupees and all, right? Now, suddenly there is inflation. Now the packed food items, already the price is printed on the top of the packet. You can't just go and say that chalo, it is inflation, so we have to increase it. No. So what do the producers do? They're very smart. The next lot of supply, what they do in the context of inflation, in order to maintain the price per package, now they'll reduce the quantity or quality instead of increasing price. Badda wala kallattaram is happening. Don't you think so? So we will feel that chalo, we are getting the same Maggi packet for 10 rupees or 12 rupees only. But the content you have inside will be slightly reduced or the quality will be affected. We are not aware about it. This is what they do. Clear? So now what is meaning of this? It means less production and consumption. This is the effect of inflation with regard to consumption. Clear? Now, before going to this particular perspective, I should tell you a few other important points as well. Now, what about savings, guys? Tell me. What about people who save? When there is a price rise, do you think they benefit? Now, during initial period of inflation, when they expect a rise in price of the commodities, people will try to save more by depositing the money in the bank. But later what happened? The price is keeping on increasing and their income is not sufficient for them to meet the upcoming expenditure. So now they'll start withdrawing money from the deposits that they have kept in the bank. Because cost of living is increasing. Previously you used to get one packet of milk for 20 rupees. Now it is 24. Similarly, like that, so many other factors as such. You got the point. So now automatically savers are losers during what? Inflation. Clear? It is said that, see, initially people fatafat, they'll run to the banks for their deposits during inflation now. Later, no other go for them. They go and withdraw because the cost of living is increasing. So it's like just like their shoe leather gets eroded, guys. I can say you tell just like the shoe leather getting eroded. That's why many a times in the context of savings with regard to inflation, it's called as shoe leather cost. I repeat, you can just write it. Shoe leather cost. Did you all understand till here? Any doubt till the so-called effect of inflation till savings? If anything, please feel free to put across your feedbacks in the comment box of this particular video. I hope it is crystal clear. Now let's have a quick look into foreign exchange rate. Now what do you think, guys, with regard to foreign exchange rate? Okay, what is the effect of inflation? Now, the rupee value, okay, it will depreciate. Depreciate means what? It will decrease because more rupee will start chasing less dollars. If you, for example, instead of, let's say, if you want to buy $1, it was only 50 rupees previously. But now, when there is inflation, to get $1, you have to pay 70 rupees. You understand? So, the rupee value is depreciating. Clear? Because more rupee is chasing less dollars now. Simple logic. So, we are again at a disadvantage in the context of what? Inflation with regard to foreign exchange rate. Now, the next important point is on export. Definitely, during inflation also, we export and import. What about export, guys? Export is giving us better income in the context of foreign exchange reserve. But then when there is inflation, now the export value of products of our country, India, that will literally increase for us, I can say. Why? Because rupee is depreciating. When the rupee is depreciating, let's say for example, you are carrying on the export with US. So now in the context of export of Indian products from our country, India, it will increase for us because with rupee depreciation, the US trader, they can start importing more what? Indian products. They will start importing or buy from us. We are exporting. The same thing they'll start importing because it is cheap for them. Let's say for example, basmati rice bag, okay, that is very much in use in US, I can say, with the same US dollars. So this is the effect of export, guys. So we are benefiting because export is kind of increasing for us now. Simple logic. Clear? Now, if you study about export, don't you think you have to study about import also? Yes. What about the effect on import, my young officers? Effect of inflation on import? If export will increase, import becomes costlier for us. For us, it becomes difficult. Let's say, for example, all of you have a kind of so-called notion to buy iPhones, right? So now to buy one iPhone, you have to spend, let's say, more rupees. Instead of let's say 50,000, you have to spend 80,000 because the rupee value have depreciated. I'm talking about the basic or the standard starting model of iPhone, okay, not the high-end model. So now normally when the imports are costlier, will you go and buy? No, the countries will try to go for import substitution. I repeat, import substitution. What is a substitution? Replacing something, right? That is, instead of importing, they'll try to produce the same commodity with available resources in their own country. So we need not depend more on import, rather reduce the dependence on what? The import. Clear? That is, they'll start substituting domestic goods with the foreign goods. That is, instead of using the iPhone, the geometry wala box size of Indian phones you can use. But these days, see, be it your OnePlus brand, be it your Oppo, Vivo, all these things are more or less only thing they are Android, but they are having the similar features and stuffs with regard to the high-end phones and all, right? So you can do all these things. Clear? But now let me ask a question to you. Can you stop all the import, or can you say, chalo, we are going to produce everything in our country? Definitely no. Now there are few products called as essential import. Now, few products called as essential imports cannot be stopped. One such example is oil import from the Arab countries. Once upon a time, our country, India, was so self-sufficient, I can say, with regard to importing oils. But today, because of over-exploitation, we do not have all these, petroleum products, oils and all. So, we depend upon international countries as such. Clear? So, there are certain compulsory import, like oil import from Arab countries, because of scarcity of what? The oil resource in our country, that cannot be substituted. Clear? Perfect. And I told you regarding the impact of inflation on salary and wages, right? Government and private sector, they'll give dearrence allowance to employees to compensate price rise. But what is the whole point? With that money also, they'll have to spend on what? The high price of goods. That is, they have to spend on those goods. If you want to get it, you have to end up paying that. Okay. Now, what about this tax collection? What is the impact of inflation on tax collection? Now, on tax collection, what happens is that it will increase, guys, during inflation. That is, I'll tell you how it is. The taxpayers now, they'll start paying more money. Now, even the indirect tax, your GST these days, as the price of commodity, let's say for example, the Maggi or let's say the luxury, the soap like a Lux or Vival or Dove or whichever soap, the demand will not stop just because price has increased, because it is said that in the advertisement they say bath with a a Lux soap, the girl will become so beautiful. So they are lured, the people are lured by such kind of advertisements as well, right? So automatically, even if the price increase also, tax increase also, consumption will happen. But as far as tax collection is concerned, yes, it will increase during inflation. Clear? In the context of indirect tax. What about direct tax? See, to compensate this inflation, the employees, they are paid dearness allowances, that is DA, guys. And because of the increased salary, the employees will have to pay a high income tax and all. Again, see, the salary is 20,000, they are paying, let's say, 2% of direct tax. Now the salary is 25, they give an extra dearness allowance and all, and the government is saying because the price is increasing, so we are giving extra DA and all. You know what they do? They'll charge the tax in the total amount. Which means, in spite of giving them DA, telling them we are giving you dearness allowances, my dears, other way they are taking the money in a nice manner. Eight number, Kallataram is happening. Seriously, they are doing that, right? Because tax is increasing now, what they will do? With the dearness allowance they have to again pay the tax with that extra money. You got the point? Now, what about government guides from the point of view of government in the case of inflation? There will be an increased tax collection, no doubt in that. So these are the important points to be noted with regard to what the effects of inflation. I hope it is crystal clear for you people. You can just go through the same thing what I've put in the PPT, only in a simplified manner I've told you. But there are some adverse effect also, right? Because the real value of money, it will decrease over time, and some uncertainty or risk over future can also happen, guys. So automatically the confidence of investors in the Indian economy can decrease. So investments will be factored, savings can be factored if inflation is continuing just like that. That is why now the Monetary Policy Committee was put forward in the year 2016. Yesterday's class, day before yesterday's class I taught you now, where they wanted to target inflation at the rate of what? At the rate of 4%. With a plus or minus band of 2%. And now if you see price keeps on increasing like this, what about food goods, guys, food items and other items? The shortage of goods will happen because consumers now, they'll start hoarding out of concern that prices will increase in future. So automatically there'll be shortage of goods in the market as such, and the next production has to take place, and sometimes if the production is also becoming costly, then total lack of supply of products will take place. Clear? These are the negative or the adverse impacts of inflation. What about favorable, guys? Chalo. If something called as favorable or let's say positive impact of inflation has to take place, here comes the I can tell you the central bank, the RBI, guys, where they will adjust the interest rate and all to ensure that the inflation has been kept on track. And also inflation, many a times if you see, they encourage some sort of non-monetary investment as such. And we all know what are the reasons for inflation. What are the reasons, guys? Simple. Increase in money supply. And there is too much of money supply, automatically everybody is having money in our hands. The purchasing power or capacity increases, right? So slowly what will RBI do? Now to control the so-called money supply, because inflation is coming up. So when inflation comes up, prices of commodity will increase. No matter you and me, we have high amount of money with our hand also. Too much of money will start chasing too few goods. You understand? So they will adopt the tight policy measures to reduce money in the system and increase effective demand. Because of that, again, the price will be higher. Then decrease effective supply. When there is lack of supply, automatically first come first base service now. Because of which inflation happens. Take care. Now let's quickly have a look into the mock questions, guys. Consider the following statements regarding the concept of inflation. First one, a rise in the general level of prices, a sustained rise in general level of prices, persistent rise, increase in general level, sab kuch like that. That is called as inflation. Second, if the price has gone up, it is not inflation. If it is inflation, only if the price of most goods have gone up. Look at the second statement very carefully and then go for polling. Aram se think karo, read the statements, very simple question, just 2 words are playing there. Take care. One is the price of one good and price of most goods. And the answer is option number C. Both 1 and 2 is absolutely correct. Yes, it is not one good guide, rather most of the goods. If the price of that increases, we can say, chalo, there is inflation, right? And now, the next one. With reference to monetarist view of inflation, which of the following statements are correct? So now from the monetarist point of view, we are assuming it. For a monetarist, a particular level of money supply for a particular level of production is healthy for an economy. Second, according to monetarist, extra creation of money over the same level of production causes inflation. 3. The monitors suggested proper monetary policy to check the situations of inflationary pressures on the economy, and details all the above. So do you think all the above could be correct or only any one? Quickly put your answers in the chat box. Let me see. A, B, C. Which one do you think? Oh my goodness. And here we go. People with different answers. And yes, the answer is option number what? It is D, which means that 1, 2, 3, sab kuch. Yes, they are absolutely the monitor's view of inflation. Take care. Because see, look at the first statement, guys. Do you think inflation is necessary for a country? Absolutely. As far as a developing economy, India is concerned, inflation is a necessary characteristics, but doesn't mean that it should be like very high. It should be targeted. That's why yesterday we studied inflation, targeting the rates and sab kuch like that. You can just keep that in mind. Clear? So you have a question for practice. Inflation and the impact on Indian economy. Discuss. Very, very simple question. Write the answers. Submit via the Telegram channel. Clear? I hope you all will be doing that. So thank you so much, my young officers. I'll see you all with another set of new session topic tomorrow. So probably we'll be doing on inflation only, because we have one more important part of inflation to cover, the most interesting one. That is the different concepts or terms related to inflation. You will be learning a lot of new concepts. It's indeed interesting, so don't miss tomorrow's class. Sharp at 7 p.m. Clear? So before the winding up the class, a little of information to you people. There is a great learning week happening in Unacademy now from 10th to 16th of June. Take care. So there is even a Maha subscription offer going on. That is, for example, before 16th if you're subscribing, okay, using the code Nisha IAS Live. It is given here, guys. Nisha IAS Live. You can get extra 10% from the amount that is mentioned here. Already it is reduced only, including a GS plus optional together. Apart from that, if you subscribe today, take care. Till next June 2022, you have the subscription. But Unacademy has made it very clear that to help you people for extra few months, that is till the mains of 2022, you can extend your subscription. Which means that you can study for free without pay. So that before June, what you do is Nisha IAS Live. Apply this code, go to the Unacademy page and ensure that you're getting subscription, and make sure that you're getting access to all the quality courses of Unacademy. Clear? And for free class also, the same things. Code is the same, guys. You can see 1 year, 2 year courses. Even I am a part of the batch courses of NCERT. Currently, one batch is going on. For the fresh batch, again, I'll be doing next month, July 14th, another NCERT on economy chapter wise in the morning class. That is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and all. Clear? Chalo. So don't forget, guys, any queries, doubts and all, feel free to get in touch with me. So now don't forget to like, comment, and also share this video if you really feel this fundamental course is benefiting you. I will be expecting all your feedbacks to be put via the comment box. And also you can put the topics that you want me to take in the upcoming classes. So accordingly I can frame some good content as such. Clear? So thank you so much, my young officers. Take care, stay safe, and Jai Hind.